Hey, what's up, what's up? How's it going? Here I am again, this time for the first time and probably the last time. I'm gonna have one hi-fi headphones trying to repair on my channel. Those are AH5000. They used to be a great headphones. They're still great headphones, but dropped a couple of times, more than a couple, hundreds of times, and finally that thing that holds the handband and everything was broken, and I tried to repair it on some, let's say, in some crazy attempt. I even drilled the hole here trying to secure this other part there, but it didn't work, and I don't have much tools to work on it on that way, but I figured out that it can be also fixed with epoxy glue. Since this part needs to stay there all the time, it was one small screw that was holding it, but now they're very old, you know. I bought them probably 2008 or something, so those are really old headphones, but they're great model. I believe the Fostex also had the similar model because they look the same. Probably the same company did it, but this was branded and Denon, and there used to be a model 3000 and 7000, and now they have a newer model, I think 7200 and 5200. But anyway, those are still great drivers, and I did manage to replace the pads. The pads are fine. I decided to go with this softy thing instead of like that fake leather that used to be not so good. I mean, the original stuff was working for probably 5 years, but later everything. Look, those headphones are not gonna be like new. I have to do a lot of things on them so I can make them work. But I don't care for the aesthetics. I really don't care how they look. All I wanted to do is to make them stand on my head like they used to be, tight, because they have such a great sound, and my attempt will be to repair them. So I have to do is basically to make it work. I did try to, you know, screw it there, but it wouldn't hold too much. I don't know, maybe the screw is small or whatever it is, but I figured out if I put some epoxy there and, you know, hold them tight for a couple of hours or maybe a day, it will hold. I tried that epoxy glue or some other things, and it's working like a charm. So what I needed to do, because you see, you can't pull this thing out. We got those two white, like some kind of plastic parts that are right now cannot go out, but I figured out there are two small screws here, you see, and if I unscrew those screws, the plastic part will go out, and then I will be able to take this plate and hook it up on my other part of the phone. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna see how it goes. So the first thing will be to unscrew those screws. Those are small, tiny screws, but anyway, they're doing their job, holding the whole headphones together. Two small screws, but it is what it is. I figured out this is my, not gonna be last attempt, but I think successful attempt to fix those phones. We'll see how it goes. Okay, now I can remove those. I have to remember this, how they are going there. Okay, this is gonna be the bottom, I understand. And it's good when you're, you know, taking a video, because if or taking pictures while you're doing these things, so you know how we'll go back together in right way. Now we can take this thing off. I believe so. Yeah. So you see, that's the part. What needs to be done, it needs to go like this. and instead of this small screw holding it, I'm gonna just put some epoxy, because this part anyway, it should be able to wiggle a little bit, but I really don't care at this point. This point, I decided to do it. I'm gonna try to put some epoxy in, and then we're gonna see how it goes. I mean, the other solution would be to find some other phones and just to replace the, you know, like a speakers, the parts, but this will work just fine. And I have to mention why I'm doing this, because I pay for those suckers like a $500, so I'm not ready to throw them away or put them on the shelf yet. I do have a couple of more headphones, but those are really, the sound is really something. It's hi-fi. So anyway, they're closed, as you can see, but for my purpose, for what I need those, they're doing just great jobs. So I believe with a little epoxy glue, I'm gonna solve my problem. We'll see how it goes. There is a chance for those to be working again in one day, tomorrow. So yeah, looks like I decided to go with plan B. We're gonna keep the screw. I managed to tightening up, and now it's, you know, like looks like a sturdy job to me. It looks ugly, of course, but as I mentioned, I don't care how it's gonna look. All I care for it to work. I can put some sticker there, nobody's gonna see it. Anyway, I'm gonna use those phones. But anyway, I'm probably gonna put some, I don't know, epoxy there. I have a problem with it. One of the screw was, you know, like I was not able to unscrew one screw, and then I have to drill the hole. I ruined the whole thing, of course. I was mad at me. But this is gonna work. I think this is gonna work, because now all I need to do is to put it back, you know, and it's not gonna be complicated. So first thing first, I have to adjust those small pieces of, I think there is some ball inside, because when I put this back, I'm gonna be able still to adjust the, you know, like according to my head. So yeah, those balls are there to make those clicking sound and to hold it in the proper position, you know. So I got that right. Now we have to put back those plastic, they are not washers, but something like that. Yeah, one is back and the other one is back, and then to put those small screws back. That's gonna be a challenge, maybe not. Let's try from this side. Those are gonna keep those white washers, whatever plastic part, coming back completely. You see, now they cannot go back as much as they would want to. Maybe they won't, maybe they're, I'm just talking like that, maybe they would be there. No. All these small screws, they have their own purpose, and we have to stick to that to keep them in their place, and everything will be right. And the last part is to put this back. So there I'm gonna use some epoxy. First I need to adjust those plastic thing to stay in one place. There is a metal part that will keep them in their position. That's a crucial thing. I think it's gonna be the other way. Yeah. Now let's see if I can put it back. It's always tough. Yeah, that's gonna be the thing. I know every time I have an issue with those, it was very, very hard to put it back. I think that's the reason that I gave up. And I told myself, I don't care, just put some, Band-Aid and let's go. Let's listen to the music. But now I think I have to do it at least a little bit more properly. Yeah, that's the way to go. Now they just need to skip and go in the metal part. That's the thing that I hate. They don't want to go there. I know. I can make it. It's just a matter of try. Yeah. Now I can do it. One is there. Oh, look, the other one came as it should. Luck. Now let's use that luck to finish the project. This is gonna be fine and dandy when it's done. Yes. Satisfying feeling. Now, because I don't have those screws, they're very tiny and this hole is already drilled, I'm gonna use that epoxy. Yes, I'm just gonna make it and prepare it for use, and I'm gonna close everything down, and that's how it's gonna be. I believe I have the same amount of glue. I'm just gonna mix it up properly. We're gonna make it work. We'll see. I know I shouldn't use a cotton swab, but I just need a little bit of glue. This is 10 times more than I need. And then I'm gonna use cotton swab stick to make it work. Yeah, where I'm gonna put it, I know exactly where it's gonna go. It's gonna be messy, but yeah, Mess is my middle name. Yeah, exactly where it's not supposed to go. I'll clean it up. Maybe a little bit here. This is gonna be enough. I don't want to touch those white plastic parts in case I need to open it again. Who knows, man? You never know. Instead of screw, I'm gonna put it here too. Yeah, I think I don't need that anymore. Now the messy part number 2. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen, but I was not crazy that much not to have something to hold it. And this time I was prepared because I got nearby a hardware store that has everything that I need for my little fix here. Not to mention that I went out to buy some drill because I was not able to drill that little hole a little bit more with my, handy drill, and I bought electrical drill. Now I am equipped to do some more hardware jobs. No, I'm gonna let it, dry for a day maybe, and then we're gonna see what's going on. I think it's gonna be fine like this. One day. I know it will dry in about hour or something, maybe even 15 minutes, but look at me, I'm not in rush. This is the project that I supposed to do when I was in New York City, but somehow I managed to bring the broken phones with me and left all the, you know, like equipment there, so I have to buy all new equipment. Yeah. How long is this cable? Let me tell you, it's very, very long. And it's braided, which is great. But this cable is extra long. Alright, we got our patient. It's time to remove the bandage and to see how us are fixing. So far so good. No moving parts, unnecessary moving parts. It's kind of ugly, but we're gonna clean it up. It's gonna take some time, but it's working. Hey, all I have to do is, of course, to get some proper headband. What's the name for that thing? I got something temporary that's gonna cover it. But I heard that I think there are a couple of other headphones that I can use like a part from those, and it's gonna work. I mean, I'm satisfied. This is right now, the headphones are usable, and all I need to do is to put this thing around and it's gonna work. You see they're almost falling apart. This thing used to be here, but now not anymore. But I don't mind. As I said, all I need from them to be, you see, how did I fix this thing? I have to find some screw. Alright, I'm gonna, you know, like cut this part, it's gonna be fine. For me, this is success because I'm gonna be able to use those headphones. I'm gonna clean them a little bit because all this residue is from not using them. But now they're gonna be just fine, and I think this sucker will work for many more years. If I didn't pay $500 for those, I would probably not bother to fixing them. But because the sound is really great, if you go and look for this specific model online, AHD5000, you'll see all the reviews are very, very good. And as soon as I put them on my head, you know, like after 3-4 days, I decided those are the ones. I'm probably gonna stick with those, and if I'm gonna buy something new, it's gonna be probably something from Denon or Fostex. You never know, when you go in the store, you'll be able to try other models, and probably there are now hundreds of other models there would be great for me. But since I like those and they're still working and they're gonna probably work for many more years, we'll see. I also have a couple of other Sennheiser and other headphones that I'm, you know, keeping as a spare. They're all working, so I got like 3 or 4 headphones. I don't think I need one more right now. That would be all. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like it, press or tap that like button, subscribe if you didn't so far, and the next one will probably be one CD player that I'm trying to fix. It's really in bad condition, but all I need is to get it functional, to get it work. Until then, take care. Cheers.